Ronda, I know you are very focused on Saturday, but I'm just wondering if you caught at all this Josh Neer story about a little incident in a gym. Did you know about this story? In brief, I just want to get your take on the general story where a guy was harassing him for many weeks, and he finally invited him to the gym, a guy who wanted to be a fighter one day, and he kind of beat him up, and he recorded it and posted it on his YouTube page. And there are some people, a lot of fighters who I've talked to have said, well, this is a part of the gym culture, it's in a controlled setting, you know, these things have been happening for years. Other people say, well, you shouldn't put that out there. Do you feel like that kind of bullying, that kind of hazing, is that a part of the gym culture? Is this something that should be taken out of?
So when you gave him a hard time, and
the non-fighter,
yeah,
who wants to be a fighter, was saying, I can kick your ass, I can kick your ass, I can hit you. He was kind
did
of
he
harassing
sign a waiver?
I don't think he signed a waiver, but
well, that's where he messed up. The person needs to know exactly what they're getting into, and if they're a willing participant, and they're saying, okay, this is I want to come into the gym and spar with you, and sparring's rough. A lot of more damage comes from sparring than fights, and this person needs to be made completely aware of what the situation they're getting into and sign a waiver saying, yes, I am aware, and then people can spar in a gym.
Have you ever seen something like that happen?
No, not in my gym.
Where it's gone too far or anything like that?
I didn't see the video. I don't know how far it went, but
Went pretty far.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't give my personal opinion on it. But I mean, if someone is aware of the situations they're getting into, then I mean, that Gracie challenge stuff was very similar to that.
Yeah.
So
it's actually very similar. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, no one really says any bad things about that. Everyone's like, oh my God, the Gracie challenge was so cool. So I mean, if they know what they're getting into and they sign something being like, hey, I know what I'm getting into, and this guy's not experienced, and I don't really know anything, and I might get the crap kicked out of me, like, okay, and then sign something, then cool. And the Gracie Challenge, they all took videos, didn't they? And they put them all out, didn't they? Okay, I don't think it's that different, but they should let the guy sign a waiver and be fully aware of what he's getting into next time.
Ronda, Betty Correia's manager told me that she's flying to see this fight in person from Brazil. Do you think there's a chance that she could be next if you get past Kat?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a chance. I think it's very smart of her to be in the crowd and be seen and really be on the radar of the UFC fans, because that's a fight that I've always said that I'm extremely interested in, and I think that she's been very intelligent in the way she's been promoting herself as a contender, and I hope that she's there, and I hope that the UFC really pushes her presence there so that the fans are made aware of her, so when we do eventually fight, we'll have a big following for it.
Do you want her to be next? Like, in your mind, is she the one that makes sense?
Yeah, either her or Holly are the ones that I really have that are the most on my radar. But to be honest, just all I'm thinking about is Kat, and everybody else after that, they could throw in whatever order they want. Put their names in a hat and pull a tag out. I don't care.
When you see the Floyd and Manny fight get made, does it kind of make you feel like, and you said this when I interviewed you before 183, like you and Cyborg are kind of on that level for women's MMA. Does it kind of make you feel like, all right, we need to get this done in the UFC?
I think what made the Manny and Pacquiao fight happen is that it was allowed to happen organically in its own time, and all the build-up over that time actually did nothing but help it. The fact that they didn't rush it is what I think is built up the most anticipation and is going to make it that much more successful.
I know you hold Gina Carano in very high regard. Yesterday she tweeted this amazing response to me via Twitter, obviously, about what this weekend means to her. I'm wondering if you saw it and what you thought of it.
I think I did see it. It was like a picture of a note that she wrote, right? Yeah. And it was like 2 pages.
Yeah.
I always thought she was a sweetheart and such just an elegant ambassador of the sport. And she's one of those people that can just do no wrong in my eyes. And so I was like, I saw that. I remember her manager sent it to me. And I really was just reading it and I'm like, yes, all hail Gina. Gina is awesome. I'm like, that's just another... If you have a problem with Gina, there's a problem with you, really. And that was just more testament to it.
At this point, I know you said you want to fight her, but she's almost like this pioneer status where do you almost not want to hurt her? Like, let her be that pioneer and let her bask in all of this and not get in the cage and beat her up.
That's why I always said, like, if she wants to be done and just, she's already done so much to change my entire life that I'm eternally grateful to her. She doesn't need to do anything else. If she wants to fight, I will be happy to oblige her if that's what she wants. I never want her to be pushed to do anything that she doesn't want. But yeah, if she wants me to play the role as her opponent in an octagon or as a castmate or anything, or I would be happy to help her or be there for her in any way she would ever want me to be there.
Do you think if she doesn't do what she did in 2007, Showtime, and then the Cyborg main event, all that you're not even here? Is that possible?
No, I don't think I would be here because the first women's MMA fight I saw was her and Julie Kedzie.
Right.
So I would not have even known it was an option for me. She's the one that planted the seed in my mind. And she's changed my entire life. And, thank God for that girl.
Do you wish she was at this event? Like she was kind of being honored or something? Because it does feel like if it wasn't for her, none of this would be happening to a degree.
I would love for her to be honored in some way at some point. But if that's what she wants, I don't know.
Right.
Some people don't like to be thrust out into the spotlight too much, and some people really appreciate that kind of thing. But I think that the offer should at least be made for us to honor her in some way.